would you please introduce our speaker today?
I will be pleased to do so. Timothy, it's good to see you in person rather than in all of the photos that you sent. But let me do a brief introduction here. Timothy's a lawyer in Tanzania. He's the founder and director of the Saidia Agriculture and Social Care Organization, acronym is SASCO, an organization that has empowered more than 200 vulnerable children through education. Timothy is one of the charter members and past president of the Rotary Club of High Kilimanjaro. He is currently the assistant governor in District 9214, which combines Uganda and Tanzania. 12 years ago, Timothy started an outreach program to support education for vulnerable children in Tanzania, which has enabled most students to go to school. And he'll be discussing some of those projects that they have done through Rotary and some of their initiatives. Timothy, over to you.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be able to share with you the project that you have been doing, which is empowering poor children through education. The reason I started this outreach project is because marginalized children go through a lot to get their education in developing countries like Tanzania. For example, most children in Tanzania who want to study and they are working hard and they are doing excellent in class from the poor families. Taking my own case as an example, I was born in a family like this. And my family was very poor in such a way that my parents could only afford the admission fee for me to join secondary school. So once they paid the admission fee, they didn't have any money to pay for me, although I was doing very well in class. So I was allowed to continue with education, with secondary school education, by the mercy of the headmistress because of my academic performance. So there are a lot of children in Tanzania who are struggling. They are academically capable and they are very smart, but they just need a support to reach their goals. And this is what inspired me to start this program to support vulnerable children who are struggling to reach their dreams, but they need someone to support them. So I have been taking my own case as an example just to inspire others because poverty in my family caused most of my siblings to miss education. I and my older sister are the only one who graduated from universities. So I got a government scholarship to study in Great Britain. And when I returned to Tanzania, is when I decided to establish this organization called SASCO to support vulnerable children. And today, SASCO has empowered more than 200 children through education. In our program, there's no any administration fee needed because most of our staff members who are working in our NGOs are volunteers. Some of them are Rotarians and they already have their jobs. So this makes 100% of donation goes to the needy students to cover their school fees and school supplies. So today I will share some success stories of our program and the children who were supported and their short background information and the success story of what they are doing now after completing after graduating universities. We have this young Masai. You you can see. One of them is named Lecton Morris. He was born in a Masai tribe, and you can see his mother and his siblings, and this is the village where he was born. So his family did not know the value of education, although Lecton was being very good in class, and we decided to sponsor this young man, and he became one of the top 10 best students in Tanzania. So Lecton's dream was to be the doctor, and through the sponsorship that was offered to him to go to study in a private school with all the facilities, Lecton reached his dream, and a few years ago, Lecton graduated from the university in Dar es Salaam, and now he's working as a doctor in Dar es Salaam. So Lecton has also joined the Rotary, and he's a Rotarian, and he's giving back to the community through Rotary. For instance, Lecton and his fellow doctors organized a fundraiser to support poor schools in Tanzania by purchasing desks. So you can see most of our children that we sponsor, we teach them the importance of giving back to the community and helping the society. Another success story that we have and I want to share with you is of this young girl named Neema, who was always dreaming to be a nurse. And she was born in a very poor family, and both of her parents died when she was 5 years old, and they died from HIV. So Neema was always dreaming to be a nurse, but no one supported Neema to reach her dream. So until 2012, when she approached us and requested for assistance, and we talked to friends and Rotarians, and one Rotarian decided to support Neema, and Neema went to a nursing school, and she went to a nursing school, and she graduated from nursing school, and now she's working as a nurse. So you may be surprised who supported Neema, and Jennifer Jones is the one who supported Neema 12 years ago. The other success story we have is of this young man, and as you can see, his name is Oscar, and Oscar was raised in a very poor family, and he was struggling to get school fees to go to high school, to finish his high school studies. So some kind Rotarians decided to support Oscar, and he finished the high schools, and he went to university, and he studied bachelor degree of education, and now he's working as a doctor, as a teacher for high school, Alpha Omega High School in Arusha. The last success story that I want to share with you is of this young girl named Eva Rimba, and she's also coming from the Masai community. And Eva's parents had received a dowry since she was 12. So she was going to get married at a very, very early age. So we rescued Eva from the forced marriage, and we put her to private school, and she went to study pharmacy, and now she's working as a pharmacist. So Eva can support herself now, and she doesn't need anyone to make decision for her about marriage anymore. And she's now inspiring other young Masa girls and telling them the importance of education. So you can see, for instance, some of the children that will receive the sponsorship, their life changed just in 1 year. You can see this is one of the children who just got a sponsor, last year. Look how he looks. And this year, look how he looks. He changed me completely, mentally and even psychologically. And he's doing well in school. So there are a lot of children who are potential, and they can help our community. You see, they just need our support to help them to go to a good private schools that will provide them all the facilities they need. So we have a lot of children in our list looking for sponsors, and that's why we are talking to friends and see if they may be interested to support a child in Tanzania to reach their dreams. Thank you so much for listening. I know that I've been given a few minutes to present. Thank you so much.